Hello everyone, today we will study the fifth agricultural practice, that is protection of the cultivated crops from weeds and other things. Protection from biotic and abiotic factors. As we know that two types of factors can affect the growth and other processes of the cultivated crops. Those are biotic factors and abiotic factors. Biotic factors are the factors which are living things, living beings, which can affect the growth and other activities or processes of the cultivated crops. Those are bacteria, virus, fungus, pests, insects, worms, birds, rodents, animals, weeds, etc. These are the living things or living beings which affect the growth and other activities of the plants. They can harm the plants, cultivated crops. And the second factors which are abiotic factors means non-living things, and these non-living things also can affect the growth and other activities of the cultivated crops. Those are sunlight, temperature, low temperature, high temperature, humidity, it means moisture content in the atmosphere or air, then frosting, hot air, waterlogging, etc. These are the factors which are abiotic factors or non-living things which can affect the growth and other activities of the cultivated crops. So we have to protect the cultivated crops from both the types of the factors which are biotic and abiotic factors. In this chapter especially we will study about the protection from weeds. So all of us, we have to know about what are weeds. Weeds are the unwanted, undesirable crop plants, grasses, etc. which grow along with the cultivated crops. Although these plants grow naturally along with the cultivated crops and which are unwanted, undesirable to us. So these all grasses, plants, etc. which grow along with the cultivated crops are known as weeds. Examples of weeds, some specific types of or common plants or grasses, etc. Grown along with the cultivated crops. Those are wild carrot, amaranthus, crabgrass, ragweed, nettle, curly dock, wild madar, gokhru, horsetail weed, etc. These are some common examples of the weeds which generally grow along with the cultivated crops in the fields or farms. Then next topic is weeding. Weeding is the process of removal of these unwanted, undesirable crop plants which grow along with the cultivated crops. So this removal of weeds or unwanted plants from the cultivated crops is known as weeding. This is a method or process of removal of unwanted plants which grow along with the cultivated crops. Now what is the need to remove these weeds or the undesirable, unwanted plants? Why do we remove them from the cultivated crops? As we know that commercially or purposefully we grow some crops as wheat, gram, maize, bajra, peas, etc. So these are desirable to us because we have to grow them, we provide many things to them. But if these unwanted plants also growing there, these also take all the things or substances which we provide to the cultivated crops. For example, in a farmland, if we grow wheat crops, so wheat crop is desirable to us, but during the cultivation of these wheat crops, some unwanted plants or weeds also grow, and we are providing water, nutrients and other things to the wheat crops, but these nutrients etc. are also being used by these unwanted plants or weeds, or we can say that we have to remove these weeds because they compete with the cultivated crops for some things, like because weeds compete with cultivated crops for water, sunlight, nutrients, space, etc. So these are the things for which the unwanted weeds plants also compete with the cultivated crops, or these things should use the crops which are we are growing there, but these unwanted weeds or plants also using these things, so we have to remove all these things, all these weeds or unwanted plants. Now this process of removal of weeds can be done by some methods, and these are methods of weeding. First method is manual. It means manually we can remove the weeds from the cultivated crops. How? Manually we uproot the unwanted plants from the cultivated crops, and then we can throw them outside the field. Second method of weeding or removal of weeds. Weeds can be removed by using some implements or tools or devices. These are weeds removal implements. It means weeds can cut or removed with the help of some tools. Those are khurpi, garden fork, seed drill, hoe, plow, harrows, farm boat, etc. So with the help of these instruments, weeds can be removed. Third method, weeds can be removed by using some chemicals also. So weeds can be destroyed or killed by some chemicals. We mix these chemicals in water and provide to the crops. These chemicals especially kill or destroy the unwanted plants or weeds. They do not harm the cultivated crops. For example, we take medicines, and these medicines kill off the bacteria, viruses, worms, etc., which are found in our body. They do not harm the body system, organs, etc. So like this, these chemicals can destroy or kill the weeds. They do not harm the cultivated crops. These chemicals are of different types, and especially these are known as weedicides. So these are the chemicals which are used to kill or destroy weeds. Those are known as weedicides, and some examples of weedicides are 2,4-D, that is 2,4-dichlorophenolic acid, NAA, naphthalene acetic acid, DDT, dichloro diphenyl trichloroethane. Although DDT is banned, it is not used because it is very harmful for human beings, so it is banned. Next, atrazine, glycol, butachlor, metachlor, glyphosate, neem extract, etc. Then herbicides. If in the field different types of grasses or plants are grown, and all these plants or grasses etc. are not useful to us, so in that case we use some chemicals. Those can harm all the plants and the grasses etc. which are unwanted to us. In that case, to remove all these plants or the grasses etc., we use some chemicals. Those are known as herbicides, and these are also the chemicals which destroy the plants or grasses etc. which are grown in the fields, especially MCPA, that is 2-methyl-4-chlorophenoxyacetic acid. There are some organisms, microorganisms or other type of organisms which also harm the cultivated crops, and these are known as pests. And these pests are the organisms which produce disease or disorders in plants. Those may be bacteria, virus, fungus, then maggots, bugs, borers, moths, caterpillars, etc. So we have to kill or remove these organisms from the crops, because they also affect the growth and other processes of the cultivated crops, and they also produce diseases in the crops. So we have to remove these pests also. So how the pest can be controlled? Pests are the organisms that can harm the crops, or they can create some disorders and diseases in the plants or crops. So we have to control them, and we can control them as pest control by some methods. Those are fumigation, biopesticides, and chemical pesticides. Fumigation, some chemicals or other things are used to fumigate the crops. It means these things are burnt, and the smoke is passed to the crops, due to which the pests or other organisms which can harm or which are present on the body of these plants or crops are killed off. This method is known as fumigation. For example, we take the dried leaves of neem, and if we take a container and then we burn these leaves in the container, and we pass the smoke of these burning dried leaves of the neem to the crops or plants. So these pests, insects and other organisms which are present on the body of plants will be destroyed, will be killed off. This process is known as fumigation. Second, biopesticides. It means these are some things, substances which can be obtained from living things or living beings, and those also can control the pests or the organisms, disease causing organisms. Those are neem, tulsi, turmeric, etc. These are used. If we take the another example as alum or fitkery, we mix it with we dissolve it in water, and then we can sprinkle the water on the plants. So this water, this solution of alum in water can also control the pest. So these Like this, these things which are coming from the plants, etc., like tulsi, neem, turmeric, etc., also used, their powder or other forms also used to control the pests. These are known as biopesticides, because these things, these pesticides, these chemicals, these things, these substances coming from the biotic things or living beings, plants, etc. Then chemical pesticides, these are the chemicals which are used as the weedicides, as herbicides to control these pesticides. These are known as chemical pesticides or pesticides. There are some examples of the disorders or diseases which are caused by the bacteria, viruses, fungus, insects, etc. These are bacterial wilt, canker, rot, leaf blister, rust, scab, smut, club rot, etc. These are some diseases or disorders which are caused by the some organic things like bacteria, virus, fungus, insects, etc., pests, etc. So these all things, these organisms, etc., which can harm the cultivated crops or plants, can be controlled by using these all methods or these substances, chemicals, etc. So there are some precautions, so we should keep in mind using these things, as weedicides should be used in decided quantities. Their overuse in overdoses should be avoided. These should be used with care. Mouth, nose, eyes, etc. should be covered during spraying of these pesticides, weedicides, etc., because they can harm the humans. Those are spraying these chemicals in the crops or fields. So mouth, nose, eyes, etc. should be covered during use of these pesticides, weedicides, etc. Now, a term we have listened, oftenly we talk about these things as GMP, genetically modified plants. What are these genetically modified plants or crops? In some plants, the diseases are caused by virus, bacteria, fungus, etc. So by introducing a new gene in their DNA, we can modify them genetically. So this type of crops in which new type of or a desirable gene is introduced in these varieties are known as genetically modified crops. We take an example as BT cotton. Cotton is grown in various states as Punjab, Haryana and other states. So the cotton plants are destroyed by a pest. Mostly the 40 to 50% of the yield is destroyed due to these pests. That pest is cotton bollworm pest. This pest can harm the yield, the cotton plants. So scientists took a bacteria, that is Bacillus thuringiensis, and they take this bacteria's gene and they introduce this gene in a cotton plant or its DNA, and this gene that is collected from Bacillus thuringiensis introduced in cotton plant. Now this modified cotton plant has a new gene that has taken from this bacterium, and this cotton is modified. This cotton plant, this cotton variety is genetically modified crop plant. This is known as BT cotton. Now when we grow this cotton, this produces, due to the gene that is taken from the Bacillus thuringiensis, produces a protein or a specific chemical, and that chemical can kill off, that can harm the pest. So this type of modified crop or cotton is resistive to this pest, and these crops, these plants of this cotton modified seed can resist this pest. So this is known as BT cotton, because the gene that is taken from this produces a protein or chemical that makes this BT cotton resistive to the pest.